Remy, come here, buddy. It's video time. Come on. Come on, bud. Come here. Good boy. Get up here. Good boy. All right, come over here. You're blocking the shot, man. Come over here. Good boy. All right, sit. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Stay. So today, I'm going to be making a camp axe. I love my house axe. It's a Connecticut pattern on a 22-inch handle, but I want to make something a little bit longer. I'm thinking 25, 26, somewhere around there for a pack camp axe. And I originally was going to put this a no-name Connie on it, but I found a head that just has to go on this axe. So that's what we're going to do today. Gonna make a custom handle for it. So stick around. You're being a good boy, buddy. Okay. He's getting better. Good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, I absolutely love this house axe that I built a while back. It's the first handle I ever made. Fantastic for its intended purposes, but for taking in the woods, I just think 22 inches is a little bit small. I thought about going 24 inches, but I've got really large hands. So I've built a template. It's going to come out to be about 26 and a half, depending on how far down I hang it and what I do with the palm swell. And I found a Belknap Bluegrass jersey. I think it looks absolutely beautiful with the pitting and the patina that it has. I think it's going to make an absolutely amazing pack camp axe. Try to get this started as straight as possible, so I have the most likelihood of getting it on nice and straight. Already tell that I'm gonna have to take some off the back because I'm getting some curl up in the front, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good whack, seat it. Oh, it's on there. that is on there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take some more off for sure. I need to take quite a bit more off the back of it. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. As you can see, I'm curling in the back and I'm also curling in the front. I don't want to take any material off the front. I want to take it all off the back. So I'm gonna smooth this out and then come in and take material off the back. And here, after this next test fitment, I'm gonna switch over to the rasp. I think it's a little bit easier to control for fine material removal. And I'm gonna clean up that front portion with the rasp as well. And the reason I'm doing the hang first before I shape the handle is because if I mess up on the hang, I don't want to put all that work into the handle and then, you know, have to start over. Trying to remove very little material from the front. I can see a compression here. There was curl up on the other side. So I know that I can take some material from here and be all right. Yeah, I can see the compression mark there. So I'm going to take that compression mark out. Kind of follow the front edge of it in. Do the same thing to the other side. Already tell, I'm not going to try to seat it with the hammer because I can already tell I need to take more material off the back because it's already starting to curl up. And I don't want to have to fight getting that head off. It's curling up there. I'm already going on crooked, but I can correct that because I've got a long ways to go. It is ever so slightly leaning in this way. So I want to take material off of here to correct that. Take material off of this side here. And this is only the second jersey I've hung. The pretty pretty tricky, and this one's got eye ridges, which makes it even more difficult. It's a newer one. I already cracked that handle. Because it's only got 4 eye ridges. It's a, you know, a later production. Okay. Ooh. Definitely a tight fit. I gotta take a lot more off. Oh, just to even really get it started well. Most of that correction, I just gotta correct it a little bit more and it'll be going on nice and straight. Whew. Try to get this joker off. I don't want to make this a really long video. Y'all seen me hang before. See, I'm touching in the back, touching right here, touching right here. So I just want to take material off where I'm touching and nowhere else until I get contact all the way around. All right, while that handle is gluing up, I'm going to go ahead and make a wedge. Got my little wedge jig. I've shown it before. Just a piece of wood cut out 6 degrees angle and then 90 off of that. Set it up against your fence. Put your wood in there and then cut it. Get my push stick. And I'm just doing a rough cut for a wedge because it takes forever to set this up and I don't want to waste wood. So I'm just doing a rough cut and then I'll come back and shape it. And I've got plenty more to make another one, which I want to do a cross wedge on this. So this was my cut. I want to do another wedge. I just flip it over. And I still have enough material that I can continue to make some more. Hey Remy, you gonna be a good boy today? You wanna practice? Down. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Stay. Okay, buddy, come here. That's such a good boy. Yes, good boy. Here you go. Good boy. See, he knows his commands. He just is bullheaded like his daddy and doesn't always listen. He just does what he wants to do. But that's why we're working on it. Isn't that right, buddy? He said, I got an apple. Shut up. So I've been fitting the head, trying to do the hang on this Belknap Bluegrass. I don't know if y'all could see. It's nice and tight, almost all the way around. I got just a little bit of a gap here that I can fix because I still have a few inches to go. But I think this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to get it finished and to use it. So this tells a better story. See if I can see what I'm looking at. I need to touch here. I'm touching almost all the way. There's compression here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's starting to touch. I've got plenty of room to make that happen. And same thing over here. I've actually got a little bit of curl, which is cool. I don't mind curl, just I don't want a shelf. I don't want to hollow this out and then have it step out and have a shelf. You know, you don't want to have it flat and then a shelf come out because that'll create a weak point. But it's getting there. And this Belknap Bluegrass is made by Kelly Axe & Tool. I'll show y'all later. It's got 4 eye ridges, which tells me it's a newer model. Kelly did the eye ridges. I think they did 6 and then they moved to 4. It's 2 eye ridges on either side, offset, some kind of locking system. I'll look it up and tell you what they called it. They thought that, you know, if you ask them, it made for a more durable hang. I don't see it. I just see it being a pain in the butt. Don't know if you can tell or not. And they say that you want the center of your bit straight down when the axe is laid out. But because this is such a short handle, has something to do with that. And I actually like my hangs a little bit open anyways, especially with this bit, the way it's shaped. I think that having it open just a little bit is perfectly fine. Okay, I am almost there. That is still perfectly straight. Got a little bit sticking out. I probably want to try to drop it another ½ inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, but I'm getting there. See if y'all can see that. Nice and tight all the way around. Looking really good. And this is why I leave extra that I can cut off later, because it definitely takes a beating. When I made the house axe, I ended up putting in a clamp. I don't have a clamp long enough. It's about that short, so I need to go get some other clamps just so I can have full access to the handle. But just got a spoke shave. I'm gonna start shaping the handle. Tear out going that way with the grain. go. I got to remove a lot of material. I want to make a thin handle, and this is very, very bulky. See if I can barely grab a hold of this. Yeah, a longer pipe clamp would definitely be beneficial. Just do this on all four corners. And there's ways you can do this. I could set up a router table, use a sanding, however you want to do it. I love using hand tools, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Using the coarse side of the Shinto, and I'm just taking this down, thinning it out, and I'll come back and I'll hit it again with the fine side, then I'll hit it with a file, and then I'll get a sander after it. This is the side right in here where it's bowed a little bit, so I didn't take a whole lot off this side, and I'm going to take more off this side. I'm going to be pulling it, checking it, make sure it comes out nice and straight. Kind of like filing, you can feel the high spots. Still need to take off just a little bit in here to make it, to get rid of that bow. Oh yeah, that's starting to look really nice. Just going to continue to do that. That's almost the thickness I want. Take it down just a little bit more. Got just a slight bit more to come out of here. Oh, it sure would be nice if I had a clamp big enough to hold the whole thing so I wouldn't have to reposition it, but I'm going to have to go get one. Just realized I was recording and didn't have my mic on, so there's going to be no audio for some of it. I tried to do a cross wedge. It was purely decorative. It wasn't needed to take up space, but the Paduk didn't hold up. It fractured on me. It's not perfect, like life. Nothing's perfect. It's still a very tight hang. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to file this real quick, hit it with some sandpaper, and then all I have to do next is decide what I want to do with the palm swells. I still need to shape those. So I honestly don't know how I'm going to shape the palm swell yet. I'm just kind of letting it organically happen. I do know that I'm going to take a lot of this off. I don't want it that thick. I can't, unfortunately, record the whole process because I'm expecting a phone call that I need to take. But I'm going to take this down with the rasp, then I'll hit it with a file, smooth it out, and then sand it to about 220, somewhere around there. One thing that is nice is this Paduk shapes really nicely, and I do like the ever so subtle contrast between the Paduk and the Bloodwood. buddy, what are you doing? You're gonna get sawdust on you. You need to go outside? Huh? You need to go outside? Okay, we'll go outside. Well, I am almost done with this one side. I think I like the way it's taken shape. I used a coarse rasp, round rasp, and the Shinto to knock it down and shape it, and I'm just coming over it with a medium coarseness file to get the rasp marks out, and then I'll hit it with sandpaper starting at probably 80 and working my way up to 220. And I gotta do the other side. So I'll do the whole sandpaper bit after I do the other side, but y'all follow, right? Okay, buddy. Yeah, I know, I feel you jumping up on me. All right, let's go. Let's go outside, buddy. All right, let's go outside. Come on. I am almost finished shaping the palm swells. It's a lot trickier than one might think. Start off with 2 blocks that are the same size and then change the shape of them completely and try to make them the same. It is very tricky. But I have almost got it. Finishing up with some 400 grit, and then I'm not going to waste the little steel wool that I have, so I have this conditioning pad from the automotive store, and it's basically I think it was 600 or 800 grit, something like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just finishing up these palm swells. I think they're looking really good. Get this finished up, oil it, and test it out. The last step is just burnishing this wood with that very fine Scotch-Brite pad from the automotive store. Use steel wool if you have it. I'm running out of steel wool and need to go get some more or order some more. My local hardware store only carries, the finest they carry is triple aught, and I have to order 4-aught. But I have this conditioning abrasive from the automotive store, and it works really well. I'm very happy with the way this is turning out. I can't wait to get it oiled up and see all the colors, see how they pop. Almost hit myself in the face. This handle turned out absolutely fantastic. I love it. Smooth, nice and thin. I think it pairs up well with the weight of this head. I like it a lot. Let's get it oiled up, see what it looks like. But I'm not using boiled linseed oil on it. I'm going to use teak oil. Ooh, man, that axe is sharp. I just barely touched it and didn't realize it and sliced myself open. I just took the protector off so that we could see the entire bit. Chipped out the desk and cut myself. Oh man, got blood on the blood wood. Give it some character. See if I can burnish that out real quick. Anyways, I'm going to be using teak oil instead of boiled linseed oil. It polymerizes like boiled linseed oil. Takes a little bit longer, but I found that it leaves wood a little bit darker, and I like that. I want to see what this contrast looks like. Ooh, look at that. Oh wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Use this other hand that doesn't have blood on it. Not worried about getting the oil on my workstation. It's time to re-oil it anyways. Oh wow, that bloodwood looks absolutely beautiful. Alright, I'm going to let that soak in for about, oh wow. Look, can y'all see that? That is just gorgeous. I have never used bloodwood before, but that is absolutely beautiful. Wow. Wow, I'm so impressed by the way that looks. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey buddy, come on. Come up here, let's finish this video, come on. Hey, come up here, come on. Jump, good boy, jump up there. All right. You get that treat before I could even tell you to sit, didn't I? Didn't you? Hey, I truly appreciate every single one of y'all tuning in and watching this video. It means a lot to me. This axe represents, is very symbolic to me. My father dedicated this axe to my father. My father was the one that took me into the woods and got me interested in the outdoors and camping. And I camp whenever I get a chance, and every time I go, I remember him. The axe, the handle's made out of bloodwood, the same board that my brother and I are going to make a box for my father's ashes out of. It has Padauk palm swells and a Padauk cross wedge. Sit, buddy. Sit. Come on, look at the camera. Can you look at the camera? Stay. Stay, buddy. Stay. Sit, stay. Stay. You want to look at me, don't you? So the cross wedge broke on me. And I thought about pulling it and redoing it, but it does have a little bit of mushrooming out over the eye. It's definitely locked in there. I took it outside and beat on it for about 10 minutes and the head didn't move. Doesn't look great, but that's okay. It's not perfect, but none of us are. None of us are perfect. Sit, buddy. Sit. My father's, stay, buddy, stay. All right, hey, you know what? Let's jump down. Come here. Come on, buddy, jump down. Good boy. All right. Go get that cat. It's an old, beat up, rugged cross. And that was my father's favorite hymn, was that old rugged cross. So it has very sentimental meaning to it for me. I can take it into the field with me anytime I go camping and have something that I think he would have enjoyed with me, something that will remind me of him. And I'm okay that the cross wedge broke and it's not perfect, because none of us are perfect. Having said that though, in our imperfectness, our Heavenly Father will accept us. And because of that, I know that I'll see my dad once again in heaven when I leave this earth. And it's because of that grace and that awesome gift that I have peace about the whole situation. Well, I hope y'all like how the axe turned out. I know I do. It's beautiful and it's imperfect, which makes it absolutely perfect to me. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tell your loved ones hello. Spend some time with them, because you can't get that time back. Not on this earth anyways.